Hi, and welcome to the Feel Good Always podcast. I'm Becky Bradley, and this is real stories of love, connection, and remembering who we are. Welcome if you're new here, and thank you to those that have been following along. This podcast was born out of my 15-year-old daughter, Keira Bradley. She was in a fatal accident, and when that happened, it was very tragic and horribly sad for me, my whole entire family, but she really showed herself to me, and she has been able to connect with me and channel this beautiful wisdom, helping really bring in this great awakening through me and through many of the people that are actually listening to this podcast, that we're all bringing this onto the earth. So this podcast really is a transmission frequency, helping us stay calm and really be the forerunners into this beautiful energy. And today I sit in peace and in connection, and I'm just here to help transmit this to all of you. So if you're listening and you found me, I don't believe it's by accident. I really do believe there's something that you're supposed to hear here today, and that will help you on your journey, honestly, for you and to help others to move towards inner peace and to really feel good always. So today I'm going to be sharing for the first time on this podcast some channeled messages from Keira. I haven't done this before, but Keira does literally spell out word for word some messages that I send out to a lot of people through text. I've been doing that for over a year now, and they're really beautiful. They're beautiful messages, but they're not only just written word, they carry frequency. They hold a powerful activation for all of us, for me, for the people I message them to, that ripples out far beyond the physical, what we can see and what we can hear. Even if people don't read the messages when I send them to them, they hold frequency just having them in their phone. So you're going to hear this message today for the first time because the angels, all that are helping bring these messages to me, they're asking me to share it. So I do believe this podcast is going to help you feel calm, and it's going to give you insight into where we are heading. It's a beautiful transmission. It carries that frequency of love, which really only love is real. So I want to just, anyone that's watching on YouTube, I'm holding up this little letter board, and this is how this transmission comes across through this letter board, and I use a pendulum. I can do it right now. I could say, "Are you here, Keira?" And you can watch it spin around in circles. It's probably going to spin pretty fast just to demonstrate for everybody that, oh yeah, she's here. Yeah, pretty big. So it spells out letter for letter on this board, and that's how I got this transmission. I do not need the board to hear Keira, to connect, to know what I'm supposed to do. I do use the board whenever I know that I am supposed to, and then I send those messages out. So here you go. You're going to get to hear this message today, and I think it's really beautiful. So I'm going to read the entire transcript to you, and then after that, I will go line by line. First of all, I want to tell you that it does say that it is Keira here. She does spell out her name, but what I know is that it is really many souls that are coming through. It's Keira, but it's beyond that we are being helped. This is really a transmission from the angels, and Keira is the one that directly comes through, but it is a message from something much bigger than just one personality. This is the help that we are receiving. So, Keira, hi mom, Keira is here. Feel good always. Stars feed each dream. Dream feeds great awakening. You add trust in us. Dream age quest. Feed cares. You tease, dare to feed cares. Vacating, vacating, vacating. Dreams feed. Dreams don't hate. Dreams open. Dreams feed great awakening. Vacating, vacating, vacating. And then I ask her, so when you say vacating, what do you mean by that? She responds, vacating gives room for high vibration. Then I ask, how can people help themselves vacate? She responds, feed energy. UTs ask you to start making high vibrations. As Feel Good always spreads, UTs feed energy. UTs dream. UTs came. UTs vacating you. UTs BAM. And then I ask her, is BAM, so this is the letters BAM, does that mean break apart the matrix? She responds with yes. Then I ask, so these angels are helping us break apart the matrix, because UT stands for angels. And so she responds, yes. And then I say, is there anything else you want to say about that? Is it that the illusion that we are separate? And she says, yes. And then she continues to go on and says, feed what gives you joy. Feed what gives you calm. Each wall is a doorway to the great awakening. Feed energy. Give time. UTs are BAM. And then I say, UTs are breaking apart the matrix? Yes. So we need to give it time? Yes. What do you want us to do? And then she says, feel good always. Dream big. All is coming. Feel good always. We love you. UTs BAM. A great awakening carries feel good always. Start feeding feel good always. We are helping. Start now. Okay. So there's a lot in there. I should have told you at the beginning that UTs means angels, interdimensional beings. So we're going to go line by line though. So at the beginning, she says, hi, Mom, Keira is here. Feel good always. Stars feed each dream. Dream feeds great awakening. You add trust in us. Dream age quest. Feed cares. UTs dare to feed cares. Vacating, vacating, vacating. So at the end there, she says vacating like a mantra. She says it over and over. This is something she said for a very long time. It's not about leaving the body. It's about releasing the density that we carry. It really means when we vacate like old identities, belief systems that really keep us stuck in what we think we are, instead of just removing that stuff, clearing, doing a lot of self-reflection, doing a lot of the practices that I talk about on this Feel Good Always podcast, instead of hiding, really feeling, that helps vacate this density so that we can open up to more, so that we really can break out of the matrix, the belief system that keeps us thinking that we don't have the power that we have within. And when we make space within ourselves, then the light can come in. There's more light that comes in. And she talks about stars feeding energy here. Stars feed each dream, because really a lot of times she will refer to the stars are helping us. They're in the stars, and that these dreams that we have, they feed this great awakening. And she encourages us to keep dreaming it into existence, keep believing in this, and it's coming. So then she goes on to talk about dreams. Dreams feed, dreams don't hate, dreams open, dreams feed the great awakening. Vacating, vacating, vacating. So she says that. We know that. Again, she's saying vacating, vacating, vacating. So she's repeating it. It's a consistent that we have to really do this work. We have to get into action. In order to move into this consistent feel good always energy, we have to get into action. And so I ask her, what do you mean when you say vacating? And she says vacating gives room for high vibration. So when we're doing all of this work on ourselves, when we're going out into nature, when we're being aware of our thoughts, when we're remembering that only love is real, when we are, I talked about traveling, opening up this higher sense of awareness, and really, questioning ourselves when we're in resentment and when we're in judgment, that is vacating these parts of ourselves. When we're doing all of this stuff we do for ourselves, it does make room for this higher vibration. And at that higher vibration, we can connect with the other side, really connect with everything here on earth. I've talked about this higher vibration connection on other podcasts. And when we do this is how we connect and how we really move into this great awakening, this feel good always energy, and really seeing the power that we have within. For me, it's like a lot of telepathy, a lot of connection. Really, I just feel really good. But it did take a lot of vacating for me, and it takes continuous work. Even doing this podcast, feeding energy to you feeding it back to me. It's all this beautiful work that we do together, and we continue to work toward it. But I feel pretty good. I sit in a really beautiful high vibration that I am being fed. And it's really, for me, with Keira dying, that was the last of the vacating that really opened me up, because I got so quiet. I didn't really focus on the outside world. I really went really deeply in on this work. And it was really my life. Even before that, I was very intentional. So I then ask her, how can people help themselves vacate? And she says, feed energy. UTs ask you to start making high vibrations. And so UTs, that is angels. It stands for ultra terrestrials, which really means like angels, interdimensional beings, all of these beings that are helping us bring this energy onto the earth. We're really helping them too, because we are the ones that are doing the work here in bodies, and they are helping us through feeding us this beautiful light and this information in this podcast. You can see it in a lot of places. All of this stuff, we're being shown stuff that we have never really been shown before at a higher level. I mean, a lot of this stuff has been shown, but it's happening because it's a collective awakening. So they're asking us, feed energy. The angels are asking you to start making high vibration. So when we take our high vibe, feel good, always energy everywhere that we go, we are rippling that out. When you are listening to this podcast, you are rippling that out. When you are being intentional because you listen to something that gives you hope, that gives you faith, that it's not what you might be told, just horrible out there, that it's a really beautiful, we can spread that. We will breathe it into existence, the feel good always energy. And that's why she keeps saying dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. Keira reminds us that like dreaming, it's sacred. It's our imagination, our visions, like it's everything that we use to bring this onto the earth. We're dreaming it into existence. Dream big, she will tell me all the time. These dreams are really the vehicles for this higher frequency. Each time we envision love, we're feeding the awakening. Each time we envision this beauty of unity and us being together, I mean, I know you can feel it now, like that what we've already done, even like sometimes I just think of us all standing in a circle together and feeling that electric current going through us as we, hold hands. Like I've done that in person and you can feel it when people come together to do this. You feel this beautiful light running through. So it's us together that is doing it. And it's all these unseen angels. UTs is what she spells it out and says, but they are helping us. So she is inviting us to dream with her, to bridge our worlds between heaven and earth. Like we are the bridges, really. Like we are the bridges. We are helping other people vacate the world as they know it, because she used to say, you're going to help. After she transitioned, she said, I help people vacate this world and you are my feet on the ground. So she helps people vacate this world. I thought I was going to be a death doula or something and I was going to help her and she would help people cross over to the other side. But no, what she meant is they're helping us move into this high vibration, great awakening, and vacate the world as they know it. Because what I experienced today in my life, the level of connection and telepathy, and all I have to do is think about something and it pops up, this co-creation, it's nothing like I ever experienced. So I vacated the world that I knew before. And so that's coming for everyone. And we are the feet on the ground. She was telling me, you're going to need to help people when the change comes. So all of you that are listening, you are also that bridge. You are the feet on the ground, or you wouldn't be listening. They wouldn't be asking me to share this beautiful transmission with you. So then she goes on to say, as feel good always spreads, UTs feed energy, UTs dream, UTs came, UTs are vacating you, UTs bam. So they're saying they're feeding us energy. They're also dreaming with us. They're here. They're helping vacate us even by these messages, even our intent, like helping give us these messages so we can be intentional about doing this work, which you already are doing it. I want to remind you, you're already doing it. And you could maybe do more if you feel like you're supposed to, but you're already doing it if you're listening to this podcast and you've gotten this far. And so they're helping vacate us. And when she says UT's BAM, I ask, is BAM break apart the matrix, BAM? She says yes. And so I ask, so these angels are helping break apart the matrix for us? She says yes. I said, is there anything else you want to say about that? Is it that the illusion that we are separate? Is that what breaking apart the matrix is? And she says yes. So she's telling us that they keep saying BAM. Now I want you to know, Keira started spelling out BAM like 6 months ago. I had no idea what it meant. And then eventually she finally showed me, not through words on the board, but physical signs out in the world, that BAM stands for break apart the matrix. Now we are all part of a beautiful matrix. It's not that we're all part of this divine matrix. And it's not that we don't want to be part of that. We are part of that. But when I say matrix and when she's saying matrix, I do believe that she's talking about like matrix in the sense of like how we think that we only have certain things that are available to us, that we're breaking out of the illusion that we're separate, all of that. So then she goes on to say, feed what gives you joy, feed what gives you calm. Each wall is a doorway to great awakening. Feed energy, give time. UTs are BAM. So UTs are BAM as angels are breaking apart the matrix. So feeding what gives you joy, like what gives you joy? What brings you that feel good always energy? Do more of that. What keeps you calm? Do more of that. Each wall is a doorway to great awakening. We have talked a lot about surrender on this podcast. Obviously, I have been in the greatest surrender as my child died and then the rest of my family had to, live, but surrendering that it's all happening as it should, which, if you're new here, that did not come easy, but it is what opens me up, that we look at every challenge as a opening, really, as a initiation into this beautiful great awakening. And so when she refers to those angels, you can think of UTs as a unified team, UT's unseen team. Really, they're just beings of light working with us. They're helping us dismantle this illusion of separation. And they're helping us rebuild through this vibration of love, joy, and love. It's not a forceful thing that we have to do. It's nothing that we have to figure out. It's a beautiful, energetic thing that is happening. And every time that we choose joy, we participate in breaking apart the old grid. We are moving into this higher level of consciousness slowly together. And, that each wall is a doorway. It's that each limitation, something that happens that we don't really want to happen, it's really a test of our perception, how we perceive things, that this wall is not an end. It's really a portal. So we don't need to fear a wall when it comes. We know that it's a doorway, and sometimes it really sucks. I understand that. But we can really understand that all of the challenges that we are being given, that we're right where we're supposed to be, and we just continue to do this work and stay in the present moment. And so, if you are having a wall, or many people experience suffering, just, think of that. Each wall is a doorway. It's a beautiful reminder that every painful moment, every challenge is actually an opening towards this great awakening. And that we could perceive grief as a wall, confusion, fear. Really, it's an initiation to ask us to trust more deeply and to really trust in our lives, and to ask for help if we need help, to seek, when anybody is really struggling. I'm always like, I can usually see that, like, if they work on themselves, if they seek, it really will be a, life-changing thing for them. And so when we meet these walls with love instead of resistance, it can become a doorway to awakening. So moving on, she says, UTs are breaking apart the matrix. Yes. So we need to give it time. She says, yes. What do you want us to do? And she responds with, feel good always, dream big, all is coming, feel good always. We love you. So I love that she gives that beautiful transmission again, that they love us, and that this feel good always carries this beautiful frequency, saying it over and over. She's been spelling it out for over a year. And the last thing she says, again, she says UT's BAM, which is angels are helping break apart the matrix. A great awakening carries feel good always, and start feeding feel good always. So she's asking us to feed this energy. I am feeding it to you that are listening, but you are also feeding back to me by listening, and you're also rippling out to these concentric circles. If Keira is helping me and giving me this energy, she's also giving it to you, with a huge team of angels, God, the universe, humanity, really bringing this energy onto the earth. And so she says, start feeding, feel good always. We are helping. That is a constant message from her. We are helping. And then she always says, start now. It's like, go do it. And so here I am. I'm doing it. I'm starting. I'm sharing with you. I just sometimes can't even believe my life, but I'm grateful to be able to do it. I'm grateful for all of you that are listening, and really feel good always. It's a frequency code. She means it literally. Like, it's not a motto. It's an energy that shifts the collective field to move into these higher levels. And it's very peaceful. So we continue to embody this peace, this laughter, this presence, this beautiful vibration that moves through the grid, feeling good, even in the midst of grief, but really feeling it all. It's and sadness is love. Don't forget that. Like, if only love is real, sadness is love. And that really this feel good always energy, it's a divine technology that we have been given. So they are here. They are the ones that we have dreamed of, they're helping us, and they're helping us break apart this matrix, this illusion of separation. So all of our laughter, our tears, every whisper of joy, just remember the illusion is crumbling. We are waking up in the dream, not because we're forcing it, but because love, we're understanding, and it is louder now. It's not hate. Dreams don't hate. Remember, she said that. So we dream big, we feel good always. They are helping, and we start now. Okay. That's when we start. We start now. So we're not waiting for this big shift. We are the shift. And she's affirming for us that our laughter and our tears and our moments of surrender, they're all part of that dismantling of the separation. Okay. Love is louder now. We're here to remember that together, better together. That's the theme song of my family. But I understand it so much more deeply now that, we are better together. We have to do this together. So if you're listening right now, this message found you for a reason. I know I've talked really fast here. There's so much energy coming through, but we're going to all take a deep breath, and we are going to feel where we can vacate, what we are being called to do, what we can let go of to make room for more light. Let yourself dream of who's guiding you, God, Keira, your loved ones on the other side, anchoring that idea that feel good always. It's not a slogan, it's a frequency code, and that we will embody this peace and joy. Okay. And that it changes the collective field. Okay. So I'm just really happy that you joined me here today. I really hope that you can dream bigger this week, not from effort, but from love. And you feel the truth that only love is real, that only love is real. And I hope that you keep coming back to these messages and give me some feedback. If you get anything, I've had people that are, lots of people that are listening to these messages and start seeing signs while they're doing that. You can message me over on social media at Feel Good Always Podcast on Instagram. You can message me there, or at hello@feelgoodalways.org. You can send me an email there. So thank you for being here. If you haven't followed the podcast yet, please follow. That helps push it out there. And on the next episode, we're going to be talking about signs, just more signs, helping you see the signs. There's so many things happening all the time. So I'm going to start sharing some more of that, how we can see the signs so that we can really continue to move into this great awakening together, this feel good always energy. So until next time, dream big, vacate what no longer fits, and feel good always. I love you. Remember, you are wrapped in love, okay? You are wrapped in love. Till next time.